Good morning, Flosstube. My name is Daphne, and welcome back to my video. Today is Friday, the 5th of May of the year 2023, and I would like to say welcome back to all my current viewers and subscribers, and welcome to any new subscribers and viewers. Today we're going to look at all the stitching progress that I made in the month of April. First, we will do the creating the crafty creative. I don't remember, but I'll link the group below. And this was their April freebie, the little bunny bobbin. And then this for May, it's got flowers. I didn't show you because it's a free pattern. But these are the colors that I'm going to use for the May bobbin. So there's those three. We got a Classic Colorworks, we got a Forbidden Fiber Co, and a Fiberlicious. My plan is to work on this one this weekend. So that's the finish. And I already showed you the other finishes I had for April. Another piece that I worked on was a daily cross stitch free pattern. You join the newsletter, you get enters into, you can get free cross stitch patterns every day. These are the colors that I'm using. We've got Threadworks, variegated blue. This is Melon Illusion Live and Die LA. That's not showing up. It's a green. It's not showing as yellow on the screen, but it's green. Another Threadworks, it's just a darker green. Almond M&Ms. Gears. And then a Mystical Diamond Arts. And variegated pinks. And using, it's just a Zweigart 28 lilac. Oh, I got it stuck. Okay, there we go. And this is a happy, it just says Happy Easter. And that. This is where it is at. And then there's, you can see the flower right here. And then just left is the word Easter here. And 2 leaves on either side of the flower. So that will be my goal to finish this for next year. So that is Happy Easter. And I will, I'm not sure, I think she has the Daily Cross Stitch has a website, so I can link that below as well for you if you want to join it. Some little free ones, and they also have ones you can buy too. So. And then we will bring out my pandemic. And this is in the colorway, I'll pull this out so you can see it. It's Mississauga Silks, and the colorway is Hydrangea, which is just variegated purples. Oops, decided to just pull a bunch out. This is still the first section of my first hank. And this is the other 2 sections. Not knowing how much I would need, I grabbed 2 hanks, so I still have another full hydrangea hank. And this one, I don't have the exact totals, but it was over 1,000 stitches this month. So we'll do the whole thing first. 30 count barley corn, excess commodities, 1/1, full cross. Pretty soon it's going to be too big to show. Not really. It's only one more row of pages. So here's the whole thing, and then let me just fold this up really quick to show you where I was working. I was working down in this section still, finishing out down here. Come on, cooperate. Alright, come on. Here, we'll fold it because I didn't work on that end. So this is where I was working, just trying to get down to the bottom of the page, and then I'll work my way across, going this way across the pages, and then I'll come back and do the last row. So there's only one more row of pages, so it'll take, this is the fold of the halfway mark, so it'll be about halfway, half the fabric this way, and a little over half the fabric this way. So we'll have a good chunk left for something else. And this will get worked on this month, as it is one of my focus pieces for the year for one of the challenge groups. The next one, we have QS Holiday, and this one was just a little over 1,000 stitches. Heaven and Earth Designs, Amy Stewart. This is the bottom corner of the big stitch in time. And this is 28 count, called for, DMC 1/1, full cross. And here's the whole thing. And then we will fold it and we'll come in, and we were just working, filling in the diagonal here. I'm not sure if it was part of this diagonal too, or if it was just this diagonal that we were working on. So there's QS Holiday. I would like to work on this every month. Maybe I should set a day. I kind of just like working on whatever, whenever. But we'll see. Another piece I had that I did work on a little bit was NYC, and that was just over 300 stitches. And then I put it away, so I'm using it for a prompt. Stitching Jules Designs, NYC Twin Towers Scene. She has changed the name of this, but it's still the same image. What I'm doing is I'm working above the bridge, up, and then I'll do the bridge and down. Called for Flosses, which is just DMC. 28 count shark fin, sandy bottom by Fortnite Fabrics. And I'll just fold it. We don't need the whole thing. And this is where we are at. The way that I am doing this one is in 10 by 10 blocks, picking the symbol and working that in until it's in. There's a little bit in this building, so I'm just working my way down, and over if it goes over. I'm not really going down as much as I'm just staying up the bridge. Then, like I said, I'll come back and do the same thing, but start over here and work my way over to do the water and stuff. So there's NYC. Let me get it back in the baggie. And then another one that I worked on is Snowman Stocking. This is by Hayde, charted by Hayde, Donna Gelsinger, I think. I could be wrong on who the artist is. I can insert a picture here for you. I don't know if this is 32 or 30 or 28. I don't know what exactly stitching it on. This one this month received over 2,000 stitches. Because I was filling in some blue. I filled in the moon is completely done. Because I was able to get some of the blue that I needed. So there are a few random stitches up here that are not done, but majority of it is done. Here all the way down to here is done, and then majority from here to here is done. This is just one color here that I'm working on filling in. The moon is completely filled in. So once I get this all caught up and filled in, then it'll be all stitched pretty much. And then I can start going further down and start working into the little village that's there and the little snowman that's there. And then I can work up here at some point. I gotta chart the name, the recipient's name of this here, and it's gonna be white background with red as their name. So hopefully I've done this correct where I'll have enough room over here for the toe. I should have enough room. This one once again, will come out this month, and get some work done for the Daily 30 Travel the Olympics, the yearly challenge. And then another one that I worked on is Song of Summer by Donna Gelsinger. Heaven and Earth Designs. This is, I want to say it's one of my larger pieces. I don't remember exactly stitch count wise if this one is bigger or if Game of Thrones is bigger. This one got just under 1,000 stitches, roughly around 1,000, if not a little less. I'm still just working down this way, working to get to the bottom, and then I'll come back up and just keep going this way. Picking the symbol in 10 by 10 blocks, working that thread in. So, and of course I couldn't have folded it the way, oh I did. Whoop, don't lose your needle. That's your good one. That's your ballpoint needle. You don't want to lose that. This is 28 count, easy count, I want to say. So here's the whole thing, and I'll bring it in. This blue mark right here is where the page ends. So all this is the other, which technically would be page 2, but the way I'm doing it, my page 2 is down here. And this blue mark here is the end of the page that I'm currently filling in, page 3, I think. Yes. Yeah. Page 1, page 2, page 3. The end of page 3. And then page 4 and 5, I believe. Not sure how many pages wide it is, but here is that. And like I said, I've just been picking in more of the bird here. Looks like that's his tail, back tail. Let me fold this in half a little bit, and then you can see it a little closer up of where I'm exactly at. I'm filling in, I think I'm in this section here, filling in some colors in here, just working them in, going this way, and then I come back over here and come all the way across. And then it's just, obviously some of them have come down into the next page. So this is Song of Summer. This one will come out again this month. Just checking to see if my other needle, okay. 2 needles on there because I do a little pin stitch when I'm ending the floss. so I can't use the ballpoint needle to do a pin stitch, so I just keep a regular needle. And next up, we've got Bostonia. I don't have a cover photo, but you'll understand it once you see it. Stitching Jewels Designs, Fortnite Fabric, Sea Glass, 28 count, just black DMC. And this one received almost 1,800 stitches, I think it was. It's easy to do when you just have one color. So we'll move that out of the way. So here we are. I believe this one on here, it's easier to see when it's on there. There we go. Where I worked this time was in the center, because that was where everything else was done. So I was working in the center, so where the 1,800 stitches came into play. So I went from over here, worked this row and up and down and that row, and then I got over here and I'm just starting to go back this way again. So there is Bostonia. My goal is to finish this year, which is looking very possible to do, because when I work on it, I do it on a Saturday and a Sunday, and I get quite a bit of stitching done. Like I said, it's only one color, so you can go with that. As you saw, 1,800 stitches in one 2-day stitching session on it. And there's that one. The next one that I worked on is sunflowers, and this one was 2,000 stitches, approximately, give or take, a little under 2,000 stitches. 28 count, 1/1 full cross. Here is the whole design, where I've got so far of the design. Doing the same thing, picking a symbol on the 10x10 block, but this one my goal is to get over here. This is this blue line here. You can kind of see that's the end, the bottom of the page. So my ultimate goal is to get all of this in here that's not filled in, and then just start working over here and go across. Because my Song of Summer is going down. This one I want to go across the pages, across the row top. So I'm getting got the center filled in on the first sunflower, and we're slowly getting there. We're working across this way, I think on the last row of 10x10 blocks on this page, on this section, to get this page complete, and then I'll come up here and just start going this way. And this one might come out again. I've been enjoying it when I've been working on it. This one was one of my weekend pieces as well. Alright. And the last piece that I worked on is my Game of Thrones piece. This one got over 5,000 stitches. Excuse me. Yeah, over 5,000 stitches, because I was waiting for a finished one model and I was waiting for supplies to come in for the next one. So I was working on this one in the mornings, and at a point where it wasn't much confetti. The faces, everybody's faces is lots of confetti stitching. So those are that. Quite a bit done in April. We're getting close to the edge. I'll probably end up moving the Q-snap probably after this diagonal is filled in. I'll end up moving the Q-snap. There's the edge, that edge. So I'll move it over so that this over here is up here, so that I can get some more diagonals in. And this one, the percentage went from 49.74 to 50.73. So we are officially 50% on this one. Started in 2018. It's 2023. But that's okay. Or 2019. 2019, I think I started it. But it was a focus for a while. That was the only piece I was working on, and then I got into challenge groups and started doing more and more projects. So, but I still give this some good time every month. This is a focus piece in 2 of my groups. I'm double dipping in 2 different groups. Excuse me. One for semi-sane, where we need to get at least 1,000 stitches a month. You can do more, but the starting point is 1,000, and then in daily 30 for the yearly challenge, for the Stitch of the Travel the Olympics. So there's that. And Whipco pieces for April were Thank You and Rick and Morty. So, since we'll do those, we will just go to this here first. They're not 100% fully finished. I just need to put the backing on them, as they just kind of just sit in there. I just need to put the backing on. My dad and I worked on these frames this week. There's no glass in them, which is fine for me. So this is Rick and Morty. 22 count hard hanger, 1/1 full cross. Called for, if not called for, close to what the called for was. And like I said, this is just stuck in there. 2 individual pieces at the moment. Just gotta tack them in. I got paper I'm gonna put on the back of them too. So there's Rick and Morty. And then this one fits in really well. This one doesn't fall out. This is the back. There is Thank You for Being a Friend. These are both gonna get the paper on the back and shipped out for birthdays. Not the best frame mounting job in the world, but hey, it works. So there's those. And no, my Whipco pieces, sorry, those were just the 2 fully finishes. My Whipco pieces for April, I think I showed you, no, I didn't bring it over. It's hanging in the closet. It's fully finished. It's stitched. But it's the Halloween sampler. Halloween storybook. Don't know if I have a picture in my phone. It's just hanging up in the closet. Not sure if I have a photo on my phone of it fully finished. Well, the stitching fully finished. No, I don't. I'll insert a picture here of it fully finished. it is just waiting to be fully finished. The stitching's finished. It's already pressed, and I've got the pieces, one piece cut for it to mount it, and the other piece is got to just be cut down. So that was one of my pieces. The other piece was a piece for one of my best friends, and that one received another almost 5,000-ish stitches for April for Wicco. So total stitch count for April was 25,860 stitches for the month of April. So I can show you. There's nothing, just one date here. So here is, if you can kind of see it, my calendar with all my stitch counts for each day, and then over here is the count for the week. So like the first week was 1,812, 5,905 the second week, 5,642 the third week, 6,360 the fourth week, and the last week 6,173 stitches. So those are that, and then I can show you my updated Wicco board. The Wicco for, so here's a Wicco board for 23. Here are the two pieces that were called Camping and Sunflowers. You've already seen Sunflowers, so that will get a good 10 days this month, at the middle to the end of the month. And then Camping is what I'm currently working on, and I'll show you in a minute. And I still need 2 days on my Sporting Pups piece that I didn't get to in February. But so far so good. Still plugging away. Alright, now since I was just talking about it, we will go to this. We will do the camping. I don't have a picture because the only picture is of the piece itself. But I believe owned by Stitching Shop. I think, but that's not 100%. 22 count hard hanger, 1/1 full cross. And this is, when I started, I didn't have this tree. I didn't have the mountain part of this around the moon wasn't done. All the white spaces in the moon and the stars were not filled in. This is so far 5 days of progress for the month of March, for May, because May will go. So you're seeing this 5 days in, 5 days progress on this piece here. So not sure if I'll get it finished in the next 5 days, but it'll be really, really close to a finish. And you already saw the sunflowers piece. So we'll do some of the haul, which we got is the Witch Elk Jobelin 28 count, and this is in this color Sage. And I did a 1, 2, 3 stitch orders because I had to get some of the stuff for the next model. So I grabbed Hoop. There it is, by Heartstring Samplery. And then also received I don't know if you've seen if I've shown any of the last ones, but we'll go through them all. So here's the first one, Tiny Modernist Woodland Christmas Series. There's number 1, which is just the stocking. Number 2 is the reindeer. Number 3 is ornaments. Number 4 is the snowman. Number 5 is the angel. And number 6 is the Christmas tree. So my evens are going to be stitched on Kalara by Fortnite Fabrics. It's a brown. I thought they would kind of go together with this one, which is the one that the odds are going to be stitched on. So different colors for odds, different color for evens. I'm called for everything because I got it as a kit for the Fancy Floss, I think. I don't think I got it for the DMC. And that is it for stitching and my plans and haul, but there is one more. There's 2 sales that are starting this month. One already started. It's Meloka Designs. They released a mystery stitch along, and let me find, because I did ask about this one, where to send you guys. Alright. I'm just loading up. So I'm doing this on 22 count hard hanger with the called for DMC flosses. So these are all my flosses in here, or close to. If I didn't have it, I subbed it out. So let me show you. This just released on the 3rd. And it's every 2 weeks, I believe. So here is where I am currently at. There you go. There. That's where I currently at. 22 count hard hanger, 1/1 full cross. We don't know what it is. We know it's an animal, but we're not sure exactly what animal. Every 2 weeks, I believe, until July. Let me double check my notes here. It ends in July. And if you join now, you won't be behind technically because it's still, the first piece is still out. But if you do go, just make sure that you save the files before July, because if you don't, that's it. They are coming off in July. You can go to, and I'll put this on the screen here, their website, www.melocadesigns.com, and you can click on the purple banner, and that will give you all your instructions on how to sign up, and enjoy a free mystery sal. This is the first one of this company that I'm doing from this designer, and I'm actually enjoying it. Nice fall-y colors for this one. And another sale that is starting on next Friday is Owl Forest Embroidery. I don't remember the name of it. But I'm using called for, if not close to, DMCs, and doing this 2/2 on Nightingale on 45 count. I just thought that the colors would go with this. It's a brownie-ish color. So I believe that is everything that I have for you today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. And if your piece that you're currently working on is not bringing you joy, it is okay to put it aside. and find one that is bringing you joy. This is a hobby, and it's meant to be enjoyed, and if it's not, then it's making you stressed, and you're going to have those stressed memories when you look at that piece. You want those happy memories. So with that, I'll say bye-bye, and we'll see you next month. Bye, everyone.